Hello, one and all. How are you this fine evening? We don't got much to go on this. We're just gonna finish up the color shading on this. We were interrupted last night, but in a good way. Hey, Alric, did you check out that link I sent you earlier? That I DM'd you? Did you send the link to me on Twitter? Yeah, I did. I sent it as a DM on Twitter. Might next couple days, maybe tomorrow sometime, I might be sending you a one to see how well something works. For something else entirely. Oh, it was you. I thought something happened because I remember something like that had happened last time, and it was people getting hacked. Just a random link be- between. So I'm very worried. No, I sent it to you. I just it just happened to come up in my feed, and I watched, and I thought you might find it interesting, especially about being about My Hero Academia. But I get you about being wary, especially when I don't normally send you links like that. Cause I'm gonna send you the video I used when I tried to learn how to use Clip Studios just to show you how fast he talks laugh out loud. Okay, that's no problem. I'll check it out either after this tonight or tomorrow. Oh, the Hero Head video. Yeah, I'm already subscribed, so I don't watch that video already. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. That Saber person is a little cuckoo, I would have to say. I don't think they get how heroes operate, especially a hero like Deku. Deku don't care how old you are. He's on the lookout for stuff like that all the time. Some of it's, I think, referring to stuff I haven't seen yet, though. But okay, yeah, no problem. Every woke fake weeb attacks the creator and the series in general just because it's the most popular manga in the West right now. Yeah, I could see how they would do that. And it just doesn't subscribe to what they want everybody to believe either. Okay, so I just got to open up his uh, thing bio to find out what color eyes he has. So, and then we're pretty much done him. Um, comics. I sent you the video. Watch it later. For sure. Moose. Well, I guess we got to do a background for this guy too. And I missed the white on his hat. Blue eyes. I got page 46 done and 13 pages to go. Well, that is awesome, Ulrich. Extremely awesome for you. I'd like to do it, and I'm probably still gonna try, but somehow I doubt that I'm gonna get it done. I've got I've got a lot on my plate, but I don't at the same time, and of course, and dealing with the stupidest organization on earth called Indiegogo. They finally addressed the fact of the form that I've wanted to fill out for the last month, that they no longer use that form because they've got a new system, and now their new system sure as hell doesn't work for me. I get my damn money. They don't even know why things are being rejected. Well, they have actually technically they've had no idea since the beginning why my banks have been rejecting. All they get from what the banks is kidnap processing. Um, Elric, I haven't put this out yet, but if I have to say refund everybody, and if I start up something a page on my website, and you just buy it through PayPal, and you can get the exact same thing, are you willing to go that route? Would you be willing to go that route? I don't know how to use PayPal, but I can learn. PayPal's easy. You just link it up to a bank account, and they'll take it out of your money, or you link it up to a credit card and they'll take it off the credit card. I'll probably be sending out, depending on what happens very shortly, I might be sending out an email about it. I hope it doesn't. I honestly hope it doesn't come to that at the moment, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to do any other campaigns then. I don't want to do other campaigns, so. Yeah, yes, but hopefully it won't go down that route. Let's hope Indiegogo works out. Yeah, very much so. It's just- Hey, Scary Bit, how are you? I don't seem to be scared a bit. How are you, Scary Bit? Well, I hope you're not scared a bit. Your mic kind of sounds muffled tonight. Okay. Is it muffled to you, Ulrich? Or is it just me muffling my words? Oh, they could be a bit better in Canadian Shield land. I'm trying to figure out how to get my money off of Indiegogo right now. It seemed a bit of a pain. Indiegogo, that is. Yeah, I'm probably a bit tired. Have you tried to? Unfortunately, as much as it might, the problem is in the fact that in December they got brought in a new system and to what they had before, and well, if you ask me, it's junk since it's not really working in my favor. Give me the whole day, the whole update. I want to know the drama. Well, for the past, say, 4 months, I've been trying to. Well, I didn't realize it at first, but they tried to put the money in my one bank account and it failed twice in a row without me knowing. So, whether that's good or bad, that's beside the point. But once I figured out it, they were trying to put it in and it failed. I'm, trying to figure out why, of course. And so I thought I had to get another bank account. Well, I got that again. It still didn't work. And I got another bank account, just like somebody else I know who actually got money from them. And again, that didn't work. And now I was talking to that guy. He filled out this one form, and for the last month or 2 months, I've been trying to get them to give me that form so I could fill out. And finally today they tell me, "Oh, we don't use that form anymore because we've changed how we do things." Yeah, they have no idea why my bank could not process the money going in. Wow, I just got a notification for you. Hey, at least it's only 20 minutes late, Alric. Could be worse. And of course, these guys seem to have no phone number to call them, to figure all this stuff over the phone in 5 to 10 minutes, or an hour. But instead, I have to deal with back and forth once a day. They email me, and then 24 hours later, well, they email me, I respond within an hour or two, and then I got to wait like 24 hours for them to respond. And then, again, I respond within an hour or two max, usually within an hour, and then waiting another 24 hours. I actually today got a response to one of my last thing an hour, just over an hour afterwards. I was like totally shocked. Are you some kind of on some kind of Canadian watch list? What you been doing there, Mr. Piper? I have no idea, Scary Bet. As far as I know, I'm not on any watch list. I can get money through PayPal and Patreon, no problem, and other sorts of things. But this stuff, nah, no. What would make you think Scary Bit is Evan? Um, Although trying to deny that you know who Evan is, that can be suspicious to me because I'm positive you've been around when he's been around. I mostly follow Twitch thoughts around thoughts. Well, I am on Twitch, Scary Bit. I think you know that. Link is in the description. I was on there earlier today doing up this a little bit, going over my lines. Hey, Mallet, how are you? You shortened your name, Mallet. Wow. I just seem to stumble here. Oh, what's up with the campaign? I'm not completely sure. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how with Indiegogo to get my money so I can fulfill. I might not be using Indiegogo after this, though. They've got a new system, and as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't work. uh, so, what do you think of that? Well, let's save that as Moose. Like the Spanish Inquisition. Oh, the Kickstarter one didn't fund at all, but I did get over $100 on it, if I remember right. You don't like the Dark Gradient? Uh-huh. I was just trying to give it a nighttime feel. Because, it's supposed to be in the middle of the Second World War. Wow, the sound is very muted. Uh, how's that? We get a little bit of more darkness on his back instead of. You need a whole different color set to give a nightmare feel. I don't want to give a nightmare feel. Okay, that's way bad. Oh, I thought I said nightmare. Why would he be wearing blue? He looks like a Navy man. He is Navy. Mallet is from the Royal Canadian Navy. What is this for? This is one of my characters' moves. He's quote unquote a superhero that operates during the World War II. Well, superhero might be too strong of a word. He does super heroic things. He has super strength, but he works for the Navy mainly. He doesn't, sometimes he goes on secret missions with actual superheroes, but he usually doing something aboard ship or whatever, maybe some secret mission for the Navy itself, the Royal Canadian Navy. Yes, Canada has a Navy. Mallet. What's he is he doing here? Well, I'd say he's just landed on a beach. What for exactly? I don't know. Yeah, but he's like super strong. Let's see, F9. Brutus has been trained by the Brutus has been trained by the Royal Canadian Navy for in combat in and past boot camp with flying colors. His hand-to-hand combat skills are almost unmatched. His marksmanship is superb. He was born with near metahuman physical strength and stamina. But they don't have a legend like John Paul Jones, like Americans do. How can I know if you don't? Well, how can you know if he's just a guy? Moose is the nickname or his call sign in the Navy that he's been given. But his real name is Brutus P. Buckeye. He's 6'8" and weighs 330 pounds. Red hair, blue eyes. Single. Although at one point he is going to get married. And Malik says, I think Xylo is in the Canadian Navy. So he has no like superhero costume. He's just always in this Navy uniform. Although his Navy uniform has been slightly altered for him because of things, and he's been given the M on his thing and M on a t-shirt and thing. Actually, I gotta get in here for HMS. You really got a thing for MCs. I'm not sure what you mean by MCs with superhuman strength, don't you? Who, me? Am I drunk? No. John Paul Jones stole the British Navy ships during the Revolutionary War, raided Britain harbors, villages, and was even pardoned in one town. British 100 years later. You better make sure you really pronounce that B in Buckeye with your muffled mic. People may think you might hear something different. I don't think it's my mic that's muffled. I think it's me being a little tired. I don't drink either. Actually, I do drink Coca-Cola, water, other types of pop, juices. Yeah, muffled is the word I was thinking about. You got the Rona? No, I do not got the Rona. Rona. Why don't you stream earlier? I don't know. I guess I could. Usually after this, I go to bed almost right away. So I guess I could go from 9 to 11. I was just Dr. Pepper is the superior soda for the sophisticated connoisseur. Since you're so tired. I think the heat's also been draining me lately too. We're in like the 8th day of a heat wave up here. Cross, if there was ever a shortage of Coca-Cola, or I can assure you, I would be the one that's general. You should do prime time. General Hyuga of the Coca-Cola Empire. Nah. Although I don't think Hyuga would be the general's name. I'm not sure. I think we're in the 30s and 40s. Let's see. Celsius. Let's see. Weather. Did you see the Idiot's Paint? I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I've seen a little bit of it on the news here in Hamilton. Right now, it's like 10:44 at night, and it's 24 degrees Celsius. There's parts around like Port Colborne, it's 28 degrees Celsius. Let's see, 36 hours. Why wouldn't they? No one's going to stop them. Turn on the air. I don't have air conditioning. Can't afford it. Got a fan. It's a bit far away from me. I should move it. Yes, they did. Uh, Friday morning. Friday afternoon. Um, Says 32, but will feel like 41 because of humidity. Our humidity is bad here. And that's with possible, that's with some clouds and possible showers. Well, it's better with it's better to have the fan on than not. Trust me. Let's see. Hourly. Can I get earlier today? I'll view the last 24 hours. Years. Yeah, it was up to feeling like 40, 42. That's Celsius. I should put this in Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm going to bed. I spent many a hot, sweaty night in the Philippines, so I did my due. Yeah, like earlier today, it felt like it was supposed to have felt like 108. Right now, it says it feels like 93, or maybe a little bit less than 93. But it's at like 64 technically. Oh no, that's the dew point. No, it's at 482, feels like 93 because of humidity. Okay, night mallet. So with a needle. Just figure out what I want to color here, or what I have that I can color. Whew. Work on a scale of 1 to 10. How radicalized are you? For what? What do you mean exactly? Well, you have a philosopher's stone. And for the record, Trudeau's government is not paying me to ask you this. Well, Trudeau's government is go to HE double hockey sticks. So I think we're going to do this just for fun. I'm marking down as an 8 then. We're saying he's read all of the Full Metal Alchemist journals. Cool. I don't even know what I'm being marked down as an 8 for. I did eat some poutine earlier. If that's what you mean. If in fact, if I were in fact keeping a record of such things, which of course I'm not. Yeah, that sounds like you're not much. The story in the FMA is Amsterdamian propaganda. Don't believe everything you read. Say no to the duck. Well, there's Evan. Say no to the duck. Despite the fact, Full Metal is short. He is very thorough in his studies. Oh my God. Prove it. Prove your Evan Hotep, Mr. Duck. Yeah, I'm sure that this Dead Bell War was just a fairy tale. Uh, prove your Evan. I don't know how to prove it. I'm too something to prove it. Scared left moments ago. Say no to the duck showed up. Ooh, interesting thoughts there, Rick. Hey, Chad, how are you? No, the Istanbul was very real, but it's Amsterdam fake news media that perpetrates the hell of a lot of investment in it. We want you to live in peace and love. So what's wrong with that? I'm doing fine. How about you guys? I'll be doing fine once Indiegogo gets a brain. The Canadian Shield robot, awesome drawing. Yeah, sort of. Back when I was on thing, running quarter fan edition for the Canadian Shield. This one of the robots I drew, I believe. So now I'm just coloring it for something to do. Despite that you can envy the shift. Oops. Did I reveal something secret? We can assume that it's been done. Or was in fact call it the Shield Buster. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good name. I don't know where it's gonna fit in the universe. I was just making up alternate versions of the Shield at the time. Oh, more slender. You know what? I gotta go up here. convert. Go down here. So the same night I created a couple other shield versions of the shield too. Let's see whether I can bring them up. So here's the one of the other ones. Of course, gender bender. Let's see. I would expect. Albert says I would expect you to say that since you actually envy human forms for their ability to band together, even in tragedy. Albert says that, but I do love Fullmetal Alchemist, both the manga, the animes, but Brotherhood's more because it follows the manga. Scarabit, so you would deny me the basic right to love and Kimura because of how I was born. I don't know what to say to such people. AO, FB, Fullmetal Alchemist. Brotherhood is the superior adoption. Okay, give me a second. Back in here, get the red. Rick, I can't believe how you let this. I don't hear see how they're saying that you shouldn't exist or whatever. Scary bit because you're a robot. I think it's because you're saying you're a robot. Robotic life form commence living. I'm changing that from the 8 to a 9. What 8 to a 9? The lights? That's good. Putting the lights up. We like that. Oh, wow, I'm so tired. Here, do this. And I'm going to go get something to drink, so I will be right back. But I'm not gone that long, Elric. Cross, why are you coloring a weird Power Ranger villain toy to look like the Canadian? Because it's not supposed to be a weird Power Ranger villain toy. It's supposed to be some alternate reality version of the Canadian Shield. He's angling with a sweet Van Dyke Whitney. Into the Shield. Bandai does know how to sell anime figures. Into the Shieldverse and a crap of Gundam models. Yes, the Shieldverse. Heck, the Buckler from my universe, not John's Buckler, but the Canadian Buckler, is wearing a version of is wearing a Canadian Shield suit from an alternate universe. In fact, he's wearing what I will call the Canadian Shield suit from the My Hero Academia Canada Shieldverse, the multiverse. By the way, I think the Piperverse has a better ring to it than the Crossverse. Well, I say Crossverse because of Cross Comics. To me, it was, Cross, the name of the company, Cross Comics. Crossverse just sounds better. Oh, if there's a Canadian Shield movie, who are you wanting to play Manly Cougar? I do have a guy. I have to find out his name, though. I think I have the movie with him in. I should say, give me to after the weekend to figure that out. And would you make a cameo appearance? Of course I would. I've got to do the Stan Lee thing. I've technically actually written the script for the Canadian Shield movie. And On my Discord, there's a room called Scripts. Uh, and put it up there as a text file, as a PDF, and a docs. Also, if you want, you can use it. Would you have Terry Crews play the Canadian Shield? I'm not sure who that is. So, give me a second. No, I would not have Terry Crews play the Canadian Shield. The only way the Canadian Shield would make it in for a cameo would it be if I made some sort of comic up just to put on somebody's desk or something like that. Can I call Canadian Shield Chan Kachan for short? You'll have to ask Elric that, not me, Scary Bet. Nope, he's not good enough. He's not Native American enough. $9.25. Rick, what do you mean by $9.25? Scary Bet. I think the CA would be for Canada, not California. Seeing as you're dealing with Canadian, not Californian Shield. Oh, oh, so Rick is going the full anti-American, I see. Dropping it to 7.5 then. Dropping what to 7.5? I have no idea what you're talking about. Radicalization coefficient, Rick. Oh, you put me up to 9.25 and then you dropped me down to 7.5? For what? What made me go up and then what made me go down? The anti-American statement favors Trudeau's vision of Canada. Therefore, it lowers your radicalization coefficient. What anti-American statement? What did I say that was anti-American? And then if you think that would lower it, you don't know Canadians and their outlook on Americans. So you're saying Canadians are anti-American bigots then? I wouldn't say they're anti-American bigots. They're just, you think you're all a bunch of crazy yahoos. Some are just a little crazier than others. Hey, Metal. I think there's a link if you want to come in for the last 30 minutes. And we're not against you. We're just not completely for you. No. No, Canadians just think Americans are just really full of themselves most of the time. At least as far as I can tell. Oh, yeah, I sent the link in Cross Comics Warriors 2 about an hour ago at 10 p.m. You're in there, right? Oh, no, you're not in there. I thought you were. My bad. Then I'll just give it right to you. Oh, no. That's not it, definitely. There. Should be in there now. Or it says, I'm not full of myself. I live in a better country except living in a real backward state.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Actually, just got off of another stream.
Oh, that's all right. We won't hold it against you for not being here.
This is a Canadian Shield robot thing going on. I don't think I'm familiar with this.
Oh, I'm not even familiar with it. Back
You
when
just
I did, back when I did what John and Quarter for the Canadian Shield were promoting my book, I didn't actually draw the Canadian Shield on that night. I just drew. Well, I actually did draw the Canadian Shield, and then I drew some other versions of the Canadian Shield, if you will, and this was one of them. So didn't know what else to color tonight, so I just started coloring it. Well, I finished up Moose, and then I was like, what do I do now? Not that Moose took that long to finish up. The other versions I did that night were Gender Bender Canadian Shield,
okay.
and sort of Canadian Shield was from the future. Riding a maple leaf type, glider or whatever. And then you got Booster, his sidekick. Scary Bit says, "Who is the metal guy?" I have an instant dislike of him.
That's okay. I was actually just having a conversation where I appreciate it when people dislike me just as much as when they like me, because it means you're still thinking about me.
Yeah. You still take time up in your head. You still get some free space. Well, depends on how much they're just like you. I guess. Have a full on mad on about you, yeah, but they're just like, yeah. I know Rick says metal is awesome. Scarebit says cross. Convince me. Cross, why does this guy have two left hands? Does he?
He indeed does not. Because both of his thumbs are at the top of the hand, so.
No, I think it's just how he's got his different arms.
Yeah, because one hand is facing us and one's facing away.
Yeah.
But if he were to do thumbs up, both thumbs would be pointing upward, so he doesn't have two left hands.
Yeah.
Oh, the black and white one. I guess because of the delay, was whoever you had on before with the booster, I guess. Oh, yeah.
Well,
If he did a thumbs
no,
up, that
I
thumb
think-
would be
I think
pointing
it's
down.
This thumb is supposed to be over here. Oh, yeah, so it should be on the other side. Because I wasn't thinking, that's why. Thought I was, and I wasn't.
Well, no,
What's
it's fine,
new?
right? Because if you make him a villain, then he's ambi-sinestris.
Okay.
So
whatever
he's
that
twice
means.
as sinister. Well, because you know what ambidextrous means, right?
Yeah.
Well, what it literally means in word is that it's two rights. Sinestra is your left. So if you had two lefts, you would be ambi-sinestris.
Oh, yeah. Is he the killer from JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 3? I would have no idea because
He hasn't gotten
I've
that far
to
yet.
see that. Heck, at the moment, till I can figure some stuff out with YouTube on that stuff. Because I got a copyright claim, not as bad as copyright strike, on one of my episodes from doing thing, Academia, but it was like a few weeks old. I'm talking to Metal Eagle. So right now I've decided to put on hold doing any of those things. I might do some, might actually do record some from My Hero Academia actually. Just because I want to get through it. I want to get caught up. That's one that I want to watch. Scary Bit says, Rick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how homoerotic is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? To me, 0. How crazy and stupid is it? A billion? But then again, it's like Bizarre Adventures, right? So maybe they're both supposed to be crazy and stupid.
Yeah, I think you'll probably actually really like that part when you get to it.
So
Because-
once I get through this season 1, you think I'll like season 2 and 3 better?
It depends on because the next season is part 3, right?
Yeah.
Part 1 and 2 was combined in one season, and also he says part 3. Yeah, I know which one he's talking about. I liked part 4 better than part 3, but a lot of people like Stardust Crusaders. But that's where the stands come in, right? And the stands change how everything works. So you get this at the very beginning of the part, so this isn't a spoiler. I won't spoil anything for you. I have standards. But it's basically like the Hamon and everything that you've been getting used to. The ripple.
Yeah.
You don't that's a little in Stardust Crusaders because you see Joseph again. But there's this new thing called the stand that's what everybody's using, and everything really changes pace from there on out.
However, part 4 is really, really good.
Because part 4 takes place entirely in one town, and it's like a murder mystery type thing.
Okay.
While part 3 is more of like a classic RPG adventure where you're going across the world, and you've got like the whole party, and everybody's got like different unique abilities from each other. So I think that's probably why you'll start to pick it up there too, because right now all the good guys and all the bad guys pretty much have the same abilities, right? It's either you're a Hamon user or you are the vampires or pillarmen.
Yeah.
But once you get to Stardust Crusaders, then you get to all the stands. It's almost like superheroes where each person has a different ability that through their stand. And people's characteristics come out through that too. So you have like your little superhero team.
Well, even with the Harmon, people are having their different quote unquote abilities.
Yeah, because they use it in different ways, but it's still the same like base ability.
Yeah. Other people could technically learn to use it the way that they're using it, but
Yeah. They just don't have as much experience, or they weren't as creative in that way.
Scary Bit says I refuse to watch JoJo because JoJo fans are annoying. Howard says ignore the fans, watch the anime.
I'll make the argument all fans are annoying, regardless of what they're a fan of. Which is why fan
Yeah.
is short for fanatic.
Yeah, it just sort of tells you most in the whole title of what they are.
Yeah.
They're fanatical about what they're talking about. Fanatical, when you're fanatical,
And
you
even then,
don't
like,
always listen to reason.
JoJo fans are some of the least annoying out of some of the fanatics because all they want to do is show memes.
And they
They
really
just
need
wanna,
to do it.
yeah, they just want to post Zawardo everywhere. Which you'll not get that yet. I'll give you through next season understand that reference. You'll come back and talk to me then.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what I'm thinking of possibly doing is, since I have my own website, I could technically probably post them on there on a special page, or not even just do the page, just put them up onto my website and then just
Like a blog post, but embedded video.
Yeah, something like that. Just so even it's in my site, but I give you the URL that you go to, and you click, and it just pops up that from my website for you, so you can watch my thing. Then I have it only gets to a few people then, but that I guess they could share it out. I wouldn't know how many views I'm getting on it necessarily.
Yeah.
It doesn't get me any money, but
well, how do you host your website? Like, what's your framework or provider?
A friend of mine is doing it for free. And I do all the background stuff myself. I've learned enough that I can, do most of the page correction stuff or whatever that I need to do. I could even put the video on there or figure out easy enough. So technically I'm supposed to pay him every year for the website. I've missed the last couple, and he paid it and had no problem with it.
Well, I mean, if you have any standard framework, you should be able to see individual page views.
Yeah. I'm sure that in the cPanel I can go in and check it out somewhere. I've looked at that stuff before, but
and I do agree with Chad. When you're done with JoJo's, you need to watch Hokuto no Ken, also known as Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. So if I set it up that you guys could go to my website and view this stuff, would you? If I put a link, say I made a group together on Twitter, that I just put the link in there and you guys can go view it.
Well, I'm sure you'd also still drop it into the Discord too, in the same room that you've been dropping the reactions. Yeah. As long as it's still accessible, I'm pretty sure people would click on it. That's where I click on them.
Okay, so somebody actually is using the Discord to click on it.
No, it's Owaimamu Shinderu. Which means you're already dead. That's a Fist of the North Star reference. You would like that one because it's a action-packed martial arts show, but the series is kind of like Mad Max inspired. So the dude's going across the wasteland. He's kind of like a wasteland messiah in a way.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
if I did it that way, I might go back to doing the one show at a time, and I might end up doing a whole bunch of binge watching. Put it all up, put all the episodes up at once. Here's the page. Make a page with all the videos on it.
Here's the whole season. Have at it.
Or the whole series,
Yeah.
up to date. And it wouldn't be so that you could get to it from my main page. You would have to have the link to get to it.
Mhm.
Of course, you guys could pass the link around for people to watch. I don't think you're going to give it to some moron.
Just gonna give it to the animation company itself.
Yeah. Eric's asking how far am I in academia. I still need to watch 8, 9, and 10 of season 3. I might watch them. I might watch them tomorrow. That record, and then I can watch up to 15, I think. Well, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then I'll record myself doing 15. I think I've got 14 all downloaded, or season 4 all downloaded. Well, except for one episode, but I'm just not sure it's all English. Eric says, just watch them. What do you mean, just watch them? You don't want to see my reaction? Or you just want to be able to talk with me?
He just wants to be able to talk about it.
Although I watched the movie for them too. For the Two Hero movies. Two Heroes. It gave me some ideas for my Hero Academia Canada version. Well, that's why I'm thinking of trying to switch it over to my website. So you can see the reaction, Elric, and I don't have to worry about strikes. And I'm just trying to figure a good way to do it. An easy, good way, but easy way to do it.
Dude, all of Castlevania was trash on Netflix. They completely trashed on and set fire to the core themes of Castlevania. They didn't represent any of the characters properly. And they tried to make Dracula look like the good guy. It was a horrible series.
Oh, it sounds like another series. Riverdale.
And obviously, because it's the modern era, we have to paint the Catholic Church in the worst light. It's like these guys have never even played the Castlevania games.
I hate it when people can't stick to the source material. They always got to put their own spin on it. Now, how about we spin you? How about we put our own spin on you?
Yeah. Well, especially the way with freaking Trevor Belmont, right? So the Belmonts are supposed to be this noble clan that are monster hunters. They protect society. They're actually given their mission by the Catholic Church itself. And what do? You set up the world to where the clan is almost completely destroyed. There's one guy left, and he's a drunk in the bar.
Talk about alienating your audience.
Yeah. I love Castlevania. It's a great series.
I played a little bit on the Nintendo, but never beat it.
Do you like the originals, Castlevania 1, 2, and 3, or any of those?
Yeah, well, like I said, I think I played one of them on the original Nintendo system.
Yeah.
But
It would have been one of those.
I think I just rented them, so I didn't get far.
Yeah. You got a Simon Belmont.
Yeah. I didn't read too much of the thing. I just, let's go fight.
Yeah, the sad part about
Comes to all the process we can get. Do this, please.
Yeah.
I don't bad. There's sometimes I love to, depends on, I guess it always depended on what mood I was in for reading that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be there for 50 years reading. I think when I felt it was taking too long, after 2-3 sentences, we're still going droning on. Okay, time to get over this as fast as possible. Ulrich says, I was playing Star Fox, Star Wars games, and Rampage World Tour when I was a kid. Yeah, there's a game that they messed up for a movie, too.
Rampage. How hard is it to make a Rampage movie? You get a group of scientists. They drink some chemicals that somehow turn them into larger-than-life monsters. They go on Rampage. Boom. Easy.
Well, they had the scientists, but, they had to just make it so the animals
were naturally like animals, yeah.
Some animals got infected by it, and then this thing, and then. Well, the thing is, you're playing. I do get that. The only thing is, how do you make it a good movie with the animals? They're destroying the city. They're the main focus of the game. So.
Well, it's an easy way to do it, right? You kind of give it like an Incredible Hulk kind of twist to it, right? Which kind of had, because there was that really like hot doctor in the CG ones later, and you have like the military's trying to take them out, but there's the sympathetic person who's trying to work on a way of returning them back to people before they're killed. So you have like this storyline in the background while these monsters are on Rampage.
Yeah, going from city to city somehow.
Yes, The Rock was in Rampage.
Yeah.
And in Doom. And both of them were garbage. Neither because of The Rock, I'll tell you that. There was this one cool sequence, though, in the Doom movie, which should have just been like the whole movie, where the guy, like, wakes up and he didn't turn into one of the demon things. And now he's kind of like has heightened senses and stuff, and he goes into this like first-person shooter mode that actually looked like the Doom game.
Eric says Rampage is fun, but not great. Doom was just ungodly.
Yeah, like Doom had this one redeemable sequence, and that's it.
Howard also said, I like the movie, but come on. They could have had done it way better, really. Lizzie doesn't breathe fire, let alone, not even close to Godzilla looking.
Thoughts on The Rock for president? That's not ideal, but he's got to be better than anyone in the Democratic Party.
Unless he's a Democrat himself.
I believe he's a Republican. Or at least he used to be back when he was a wrestler. He might have been in Hollywood for too long.
Chad says he hasn't seen the new Jumanji movie with The Rock and Danny DeVito. I have. It's pretty good. Obviously nowhere near as good as the original Jumanji, and it's not even quite as good as the second one. But it's not horrible for the third one in the trilogy, if you want to call it that.
I would vote for Weird Al for president.
But it's 2 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock here now. Finally, well, they say finally. That's bad. So, anything you want to promote there?
Yeah, just go over to xdynamuschaos.com. I'm always working on stuff. The main story's on hiatus, so you can play catch up. But I also have the manga I was working on. Every page that finishes up on the site. So, there's a tons of fun stuff. Comics, shorts, prose. You could honestly spend hours there.
Yeah. Okay, and thanks everybody for coming out, watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell if you have yet to. And if you haven't, go check out my Indiegogo. Not sure where it's going, but sign up. We'll hopefully buy something if you haven't. And if we can't get the money off Indiegogo, we have other ways of possibly putting it out there if you guys want. And Monday we will be having Timothy on to go over his campaign. You think you might be able to make that, Metal?
Yeah. What time?
Well, a normal time, 10.
Okay. Yeah, I can make that.
Maybe you. I was looking at his campaign, and there's not a lot there, so. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to say or do about it. So,
maybe he'll have some stuff on his end, and he can screen share.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll maybe be able to help him beef up his campaign. And
I would have dropped both of our links in the chat for us.
Thank you. Timothy was here last night in the chat. He has an Indiegogo campaign on called Melvin, number 1. He wasn't on the panel, but he was in the chat. So I invited him on for Monday night to share about his thing. So come by Monday night or go check out the Melvin on Indiegogo.
I'll drop that link too. Boom.
So we'll go over the Melvin with him Monday night. Hopefully he'll be able to share a bunch of stuff. You guys in the chat can ask him questions. Go fairly easy on him. So I guess that's about it for now. Thank you, and thanks everybody in the chat for tuning in. Glad to have everybody here tonight. We will see you all, I guess, Monday. No, today's Thursday, right? So we'll see you all tomorrow night. So have a great night. God bless. Love y'all.
Vote Kanye.